James Moffat moves through into the lead. He's fighting for third in the championship with Christian Lindbaum. This is on board with Adam Graham, who we haven't seen in the series since Sandown. He sits in position 11.
Great in-car shot. And that's how it's done. Nice inside move.
Brings back memories of Formula Ford.
Oh, it does. Yeah, I'll tell you what, some of the best racing has been in Formula Ford because you get this sort of thing, you know, constant changing of positions, you know, there's no nose-to-tail stuff. Every lap, all the way down the field, there's something going on.
You can hear there the Formula Ford is pretty much going as quick as it's going to go up and across the top of the hill.
You can see how loose it is too, going over the top. Bit of push there, bit of understeer. Down 2 gears. Should change about now. Yep. You see the G-forces, you see the heads leaning over. It's a very high G-force track, so your head keeps wanting to tilt over. So you notice all the drivers really lean into the corner.
Now Ashley Walsh goes slipstreaming past James Moffat, and just as we saw in the last round at Symmons Plains, this becomes a high-speed game of chess. Do you want to lead onto the last lap? Do you want to lead into the last corner? Do you want to slingshot out for the run to the finish line? It's a bit of a game of chess here.
Well, this is good. This is where it shows the guys a bit of racecraft.
Ashley Walsh leading the way. He's fighting for a championship in Formula Ford at Phillip Island. Can he score some more points back on Tim Blanchard? We'll find out. Stars of Formula Ford are turning it on at Phillip Island Raceway, and James Moffat is the race leader. This is race 1, the final round of the 2007 championship, and the son of Alan Moffat leading the way, Russell Ingall, and just starting to edge away from Ashley Walsh.
Yeah, absolutely. Put in a blistering lap there, 138.7, some half a second quicker than Ashley Walsh actually. So very, very fast speed by Moffat.
And Walsh goes back around the outside at turn 1. Here is third and fourth, Glenn Wood, Tim Blanchard.
I get a feeling Tim's just sort of settling in there, you know. He's got a bit of a gap to 5th place behind him, and I don't know. Oh, I tell you what, here we go.
If Nick Perkett was not happy before the break, then he's not going to be happy now. That's Adam Graham, who ends up hip and shouldered off the circuit at turn 1.
These two have been going at it most of the race.
Now this is on board with Adam Graham. That is Nick Perkett in behind. I've got a feeling that it's about to get interesting here. This is on board.
Bang, bang. That was it.
And that was the one that finished him off.
When you hear that gravel sound, it's never good.
He's already trying to restart.
I know, he's already on the button. He was into it.
He's managed to resume, but he's a long way back in the field. Don't forget, race 1, the Dunlop Grand Finale. It's the big one in V8 Supercars. It's coming up soon, but we've got a great dice in Formula Ford. Lap 6 of 9. Ashley Walsh the leader, James Moffat in second. Tim Blanchard back there in third. So if they finish about where they are here, it's not really going to affect the championship too much. Walsh will score a couple of points back, but not enough. He needs bigger bundles.
That's what I said. I'm just looking at the attitude with Tim, and he seems to be just wanting to settle in there. I think he feels pretty comfortable. We're not going to take any risks, which is that's how you win championships.
It's very Ingall 05.
Absolutely. Good on him. Good on him. He must be watching me.
Moffat out of the slipstream towards turn 1 again. These two have switched backwards and forwards for the lead the last few times around. So Moffat slips back through in the French-built Magal chassis, which has been a championship winner before. Greg Rutte used the car to win back in '99, and Luke Yulden in 2000 as well. But it's been a bit of a drought for the French manufacturer, of course, taking on the Australian-built Spectrum from the Cams Rising Stars. And the other Cams Rising Stars, Josh Scott, Christian Lindbaum, back there in 6th and 7th. So Ashley Walsh is a little outnumbered here, and he's slowed there. So he's lost a spot to Glenn Wood. Now, has he been able to pick it back up? Was it a missed gear, or is it something more sinister?
I'll tell you what, something doesn't look quite...
It looks like he's picked the pace back up there.
No, definitely a massive problem there for a minute.
And he's got Blanchard right in behind him now.
I'm just wondering whether he's lost a gear.
Well, he seems to have picked the pace back up, so a small problem there. It could be an intermittent one. He's going to get out of the way here, so
yeah,
he's got a bigger drama. This is massive. Tim Blanchard goes steaming on past.
What a shame.
Now, lap 7 of 9. The question is it something he can drive with and limp at home?
Well, definitely, like you said before, it looks intermittent. It cut right out there, but now it's sort of picked back up again. So it might be electrical more so than gears. If it's a lot of vibrations through these cars. You know, so wiring is always a bit of a problem. Something's shaking loose. So it's back on. Oh no, it's gone again.
Taz Douglas is going to go straight on by. Now, the critical factor here is the top 10 in this race score points. So we're going on to lap 8, 2 to go. He may as well stay out there. He'll get nothing if he pulls it
absolutely
out.
No. You got to keep pressing on no matter what, because you don't know what might happen. I mean, like I said, with 2 laps to go, something could happen with Blanchard, but that is just shattering.
So Ashley Walsh has fallen back to position 5 seconds slower that time around. So this is real fingers crossed type of stuff. And just looking at Josh Scott's car there, the Cam's Rising Star Spectrum, which is a bit further back in the order. He's lost a few spots and looked like he picked up a little bit of bodywork as well. So it's a Sonic 1, 2, 3. Taz Douglas is 4th. So it's a McGull 1, 2, 3, 4.
Absolutely. I'll tell you what, there'll be a bit of flurry in the pits, I think. They'll be trying to warn Tim what's going on or what position that Ashley's going down to, and just making sure he takes it nice and easy.
A quick look in the mirror there. The gap back to Taz Douglas is quite away. There's Josh Scott there, and he's picked up a bit of a Phillip Island souvenir there in the front suspension.
Oh, nice. Yeah, a bit of the signboards around somewhere, so a bit of excursion.
Now, Formula Fords don't have wings, but that's the best example I've seen of someone trying to put one on.
He probably finds his handling a bit better now.
He's back in the order, though. Position 9, fighting with James Bergmuller.
Still having a go, so it can't affect it too much.
Can't be too bad. Sam Sewell just up in front, and he's got a souvenir as well.
Yeah,
so looks like it's one of the polystyrene signs from trackside.
That's exactly why they're polystyrene. So you wouldn't want to hit anything too solid in one of these cars.
James Moffat has set out onto the last lap at Phillip Island in race 1 of the Australian Formula 4 Championship. Glenn Wood sitting back there in 2nd. Tim Blanchard runs 3rd. Ashley Walsh is still out there, and he's still 5th. He's hanging in there.
Well, that's a good effort if he's got a problem too, to keep going. So it just goes to show you, like with some more racing to go, you've got to just keep that thing on the road and keep it going to the checkered flag.
Here's Tim Blanchard, 3rd on the road. Of course, 2 more races to go in Formula Ford this weekend, so the job's not done yet, but it's a nice way to start. It's good for the confidence on such an important weekend.
I've got to tell you too, the lap times are very impressive with these cars. Anyone who thinks these cars aren't quick are very mistaken. They are very fast lap times for this circuit, considering they're not a hell of a lot slower than the V8 Supercars, so it's very quick cars.
Now here's Ashley Walsh. He's been caught by that pack that was at the tail of the top 10, and if he loses a few more here, he's going to get bounced out of the 10 and not get anything.
No, he's got to keep going here. It must be an electrical problem. It's just funny how it keeps cutting in and out.
He just pulls straight out. When he gets to the straights, it needs some power. He just hasn't got it.
I wonder whether that is a gear then. Maybe he's missing a gear.
So it's drama for Ashley Walsh. It's great news for James Moffat. It's even better news for Tim Blanchard, but Moffat's done all he needed to do. Started from the 2nd row of the grid. Has had a very quick car. He's trying to steal 3rd in the championship. Mathematically, he's a chance for 2nd, but he's going to take race 1 in the Australian Formula 4 Championship at Phillip Island. Does it in style too. The margin back to Glenn Wood, 2.2 seconds. A new lap record to boot, 1 minute 38.7. Blanchard home in 3rd. Taz Douglas is 4th. Christian Lindbaum is home in 5th. But Ashley Walsh, there he is. He's going to just creep across the line here.
No, it's just out of it.
He's gone. He's outside the 10 and does not get a point in the race. So that one really changes up an interesting Formula Ford round. James Moffat, the winner of race 1. A 1-2-3 for the Sonic team. Tim Blanchard there in 3rd. A good drive from Sam Sewell to sit there in 6th from Bergmuller, Kipper, Josh Scott and Blake Varney rounds out the top 10 in Formula Ford. So the championship still up for grabs, but great news for Tim Blanchard. Tomorrow, the 3rd and final race in the final round of the 2007 Australian Formula Ford Championship.
Look, I think race 1's probably going to be the most important race of the year.
It's all come down to this. The 2007 championship has reached the critical point. Jamie Whincup, Garth Tander, Craig Lowndes, Rick Kelly. Who'll be left standing after race 1? We'll find out after the break. The championship weekend is go next.
Well, that win for Jamie Whincup in Tasmania couldn't have come at a better time. Just like pole position here has been perfectly timed for Rick Kelly. As they're getting ready for race 1, let's check in with Neil Crompton.
Let's check out the progress of the 4 championship contenders and see how they've progressed so far. Here at the Toll HSV dealer team, very happy on this side of the garage for Rick Kelly. Second pole position for 2007. Rick's up the back of the garage there with the senior management team, Mike, Teco, Eric Pender and the rest of the gang, all working out exactly how they will play their strategy for this critical motor race. Very happy with the balance and performance of the car. However, earlier in the day, Rick did give the engine a buzz. Big revs, so big that they will change engines tonight for the number 1 car. Next door here at car number 16, Garth Tander, down in 7th place, and remember that he's 7 points behind in this championship. When he went off the road down at turn 2 and toured the gravel down there, he did damage the front anti-roll bar adjuster, and that was the reason why he was off the racetrack for such a long period of time. Scooting up towards 888, and as we go by the Ford Performance Racing Garage, a little bit of an interesting story here, because Frosty, Mark Winterbottom, went off up the top of the hill at Lukey Heights, as you may recall. What he was doing up there was checking that he had brake pedal pressure. He missed the brake pedal, grabbed the gas pedal and basically drove it off the road. Bit embarrassing and frustrated, but very happy with the car and reckons he's got a far better race car than his qualifying performance indicates. Here at 888 Race Engineering Team Vodafone, Jamie Whincup on the job here at the moment.